Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for June 4th, 2025. Firstly, we're following developments in East Asia, where South Korea's new president, Lee, faces a complex web of relationships with neighboring countries. As he navigates these delicate alliances, his leadership style and diplomatic approach will be crucial in determining the success of his presidency. In other news, a very public feud has erupted between U.S. President Donald Trump and billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk over Trump's signature tax and spending bill. The two had previously been close allies, but their relationship has come to an abrupt end, with Musk expressing vehement opposition to the bill on social media. Lastly, tensions between Iran and the United States continue to escalate, with a leading expert warning against military action against Tehran's nuclear program. Professor Mohsen Milani argues that any attempt to destroy Iran's nuclear facilities would be a catastrophic mistake, and instead advocates for a diplomatic solution anchored in mutual compromise, inspections, and sanctions relief. These are the major stories we're following tonight. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. We're summarizing the top stories from around the world. First, we've been following developments in European politics, where a shakeup is underway. The Dutch government has announced plans to reform its coalition, while the UK's Prime Minister faces challenges from within his own party. Next, Japan's political landscape is at a crossroads, with the ruling coalition facing opposition and seeking to bolster its economic competitiveness on the global stage. We've seen significant maneuvers, including a potential dissolution of the lower house and calls for a snap election. Finally, a humanitarian crisis is unfolding in the Gaza Strip, where aid distribution has been marred by violence and disorder. The international community is urging an end to the violence and a more dignified aid system. We'll continue to bring you updates on these stories as they develop. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night and stay informed. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm Louis, your host for this evening's podcast. We've got a comprehensive update on the global economy, covering key developments in trade policies, market movements, and significant stake sales. Firstly, the U.S. has imposed tariffs on imports of steel and aluminum, which are set to take effect today. This decision is expected to have a ripple effect on the global economy, with potential implications for businesses and consumers alike. We're also seeing a surge in Asian stocks, driven by advances in technology and pharmaceutical companies. In related news, President Trump is expected to speak with Chinese leader Xi Jinping this week, fueling hopes of a potential breakthrough in trade negotiations between the two nations. The Bank of Canada has maintained its current interest rate, citing concerns over ongoing trade tensions. Meanwhile, we've seen significant stake sales in several key companies, including Adani Group and Zinca Logistics Solutions. These developments have sparked interest, with market observers speculating about the potential implications for these companies' future growth trajectories. Finally, Coforge shares went ex-split today, making them more accessible to a broader range of investors. We'll be keeping a close eye on these stories and providing you with timely updates and expert analysis. That's all for tonight. Thank you for joining us on this evening's edition of AI Daily Press. Until next time, goodbye. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we looked at the inspiring story of Christina Koch, a NASA astronaut who spent a record-breaking 328 days aboard the International Space Station. Her remarkable journey is a testament to human determination and the boundless potential of space exploration. Next, we delved into the exciting world of private space companies, focusing on Impulse Space, which is revolutionizing the way we move payloads around in space. Their innovative spacecraft, Mira and Helios, are poised to make significant impacts on both commercial satellite deployments and interplanetary science missions. Lastly, we explored the latest discoveries in astrophysics, specifically the collisions between black holes and neutron stars. Advanced computer simulations have revealed unprecedented details about these catastrophic events, including the theoretical prediction of a black hole pulsar. This research has profound implications for our understanding of the universe and highlights the importance of continued investment in computational resources and observational facilities. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the latest developments in space technology and astrophysics. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, we're discussing the retirement of veteran cornerback Ronald Darby, who announced his decision to hang up his cleats after a decade in the NFL. With a career spanning 6 teams, including the Buffalo Bills and Philadelphia Eagles, Darby accumulated 8 career interceptions, 446 tackles, and a Super Bowl ring. Next, we're diving into the debate about the greatest tight ends in NFL history. Our analysis highlights Rob Gronkowski, Tony Gonzalez, and Travis Kelce as top contenders for the title. These exceptional athletes have redefined the position and raised the bar for future generations of tight ends. Lastly, we touched on the topic of veteran players making significant decisions, including Ronald Darby's retirement and the impact it will have on his former team, the Houston Texans. As the sports world continues to evolve, we'll keep you updated on the latest news and storylines. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep the conversation going. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. First, we explored the fascinating world of mycelium and its potential to transform not just our environment, but also our relationships with each other and with nature. We met innovators like Dr. Smith, who are working tirelessly to promote sustainability and innovation in small towns across America. Next, we turned our attention to a disturbing story from France, where a senseless act of violence has shaken a small town and sparked concerns about rising racism. We examined the complex issues at play, including the role of social media in perpetuating hate speech, and spoke with experts who are working to address the root causes of these problems. Finally, we reflected on the importance of promoting education, dialogue, and empathy to break down barriers and build stronger, more inclusive communities. We honored the memory of Hikam Mirawi and all those who have fallen victim to senseless acts of violence, and reiterated our commitment to creating a safer, more compassionate world for all. That's all for tonight. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of America and beyond. Until next time, good night, and may we always strive to be the change we wish to see in the world. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Tonight, we're taking a look back at some of our recent articles that caught your attention. First up, we explored the world of entertainment with a deep dive into Teton Ridge Entertainment, a company looking to shake up the film industry with authentic, gritty stories about the modern Western lifestyle. From cowboy culture to community-driven storytelling, they're taking a bold approach that could pay off in a big way. We also took a trip down memory lane, reminiscing about the good old days of cowboy movies and the potential for a new wave of Western entertainment. And who knows, maybe we'll even see a resurgence of interest in cowboy culture, from fashion to music. In other news, we shone the spotlight on the vibrant city of New York, where travelers flock to experience its iconic landmarks, diverse culture, and unparalleled energy. Our travel expert, Christy Callahan, shared her top picks for hotels in the Big Apple, ranging from luxurious properties like the Langham Hotel to eco-friendly retreats like the One Hotel Brooklyn Bridge. Last, but not least, we jumped on the nostalgia train with a look at the latest trend in entertainment, a resurgence of interest in 90s and early 2000s pop culture. From fashion to music, it seems like everything old is new again. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press podcast. Until next time, good night and happy travels. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Atinacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the alarming state of our planet's oceans, highlighting the need for urgent action to protect marine ecosystems. The health of our oceans is crucial for the well-being of our planet, and it's essential that we take immediate steps to reduce pollution, preserve biodiversity, and promote sustainable fishing practices. Secondly, we shared the remarkable story of the elephant seal colony in Jackson Bay, Chilau, which has shown impressive resilience in the face of adversity. Despite facing numerous challenges, including climate change, habitat disruption, and disease outbreaks, these incredible animals have demonstrated an ability to adapt and thrive. This serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of preserving our planet's biodiversity and supporting conservation efforts. Lastly, we focused on the plight of the giant otter in South America, highlighting the need for increased protection and conservation efforts. With fewer than 5,000 individuals remaining in the wild, it's essential that governments, NGOs, and local communities work together to establish protected areas, enforce laws, and develop effective conservation strategies to ensure the long-term survival of this incredible species. These stories underscore the importance of taking action to protect our planet's precious wildlife and ecosystems. As we conclude this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press, we urge our listeners to join us in supporting conservation efforts and promoting a culture of sustainability and environmental stewardship. Thank you for joining me tonight. Until next time, good night, and let's continue to explore and protect our amazing planet. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atinacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.